Hi guys, it's SimLicy here. So welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I'm back renovating this apartment, which is another city living apartment, and this time I'm creating a studio apartment. I thought this would be fun to do for like an artist and do something that's a bit industrial and kind of lofty feeling. I mean, it's not a loft, it's definitely just a studio, but it feels lofty, I think, with like the exposed brick and stuff like that. And I use these windows that came from the Mosquito Stuff pack, and you guys probably know by now how much I love these windows. And I don't get a chance to use the full wall height ones that often, but this apartment, the walls are very tall. It's like the tallest wall height, so it's easy to use these windows in this apartment, and it's not really blocking too much. Like, it really takes up like hardly any space on the wall. I mean, I use quite a bit of them, so it does take up quite a bit of space, but it's not like floor to ceiling is kind of my point. But anyways, I was inspired by a recent build that I did on my, well, actually, I think I'm sharing it at the same time as this one, but I just finished an apartment on my CC channel, and so I'll be sharing that at the same time as this one. And so they're both kind of similar, but so different. That one is like a tiny industrial loft, and this one is a industrial studio. So they're both just sort of industrial, and they're in the same apartment building. And I just had so much fun with that one that I thought I would go ahead and create an apartment for this channel. And of course, not using any custom content, but I am using the tool mod. As you can see, I'm replacing all of the windows. I really wanted to do this because I really wanted it to have these windows basically, and the tool mod is amazing. And you don't need the tool mod to download this apartment. If you, well, actually, I think you might have to still replace them. I don't think they transfer through the gallery with the replaced windows, because I think if it does have the windows, the original ones will still be there, and you'll need the tool mod to remove them. So it's kind of frustrating. I really wish that they would just go ahead and update City Living so we could at least edit like the door to the apartment, edit just basically all of the walls. Like, I don't even need to edit the entire building, just change out the windows, change out the doors, and I would be so happy. And of course, I need like a better system for uploading them to the gallery, but I still love apartments, even though it does have a few issues. But anyways, in the apartment, I wanted to have a few just sort of like activities, and I wanted this to be an apartment for an artist. So an art easel was definitely something I wanted to have. I ended up actually swapping out the one that I have now for a different one. This one just felt a little bit, I don't know, just a bit too traditional. I wanted something that looked a little bit more modern and lighter in color, because I started swapping out some of the colors for different objects, and it just feels a little bit brighter in here, and I was going for more of like a brighter feel. I didn't want it to be too dark. I didn't want it to be too industrial. It's definitely still like very industrial, but I didn't want to use all of the stuff that came with like the industrial loft kit, or I think it's like Get to Work that has some of the other industrial items. I wanted to use some of those items, but I didn't want it to be like fully industrial. I wanted it to feel a little bit more eclectic and use objects from different styles and stuff like that. And I really just imagine the sim that lives here is very like thrifty. They're always at the thrift store or at the flea market, and so I wanted it to kind of have that feel like they've collected things from all different places. Maybe they've traveled some, but I definitely think that they're going to the flea market, they're going to the thrift store and those sorts of things to collect some of the items to decorate their apartment. And I also didn't want it to be overly decorated and like full of stuff. I wanted it to feel a little bit empty. I mean, I don't think it feels empty necessarily, but I didn't want it to be like cram-packed full of stuff. I very much wanted it to feel like this sim is still in the process of collecting all of their furniture and collecting all of their decorations, even though it's still pretty decorated. But I don't know, I think it still kind of has that feel. Let me know if you guys agree. And I'm actually decorating the entire apartment besides the bathroom before the kitchen, and I thought that was kind of funny because I actually started with the kitchen, but I decided to move on and make sure I had like the right room basically for the rest of the stuff that I wanted to include, and the living room was gonna work in its location. And I actually didn't end up including a TV, so you might want to place one if you prefer your Sims to watch TV. I just didn't really see the Sim as being like really interested in watching TV. I'm sure they have like a laptop and their phone, and they primarily just watch whatever they want to watch on those. And even then, they probably don't spend that much time watching anything. I just don't really see it. But yeah, over here is the kitchen. For the kitchen, I decided to use this table it came with dine out, and it's actually a bar height. So I put bar stools at it, and I actually used a bunch of different bar stools, as you guys can probably tell. None of them match, but I thought that was pretty fun, and I felt like it kind of suited the style of the apartment. And then the counters that I'm using are base game. At some point, I forget exactly when, we got a bunch of recolors for this particular base game set, and I'm so happy about it because for the longest time I think we only had like 3 swatches. I'm not sure if this is one of the new ones or not, but either way I thought it looked nice in here. And then the appliances, I decided to go for all black besides the refrigerator. As you guys can probably tell, I went for a bright red refrigerator, and I kind of think that maybe the sim that lives here painted their refrigerator. I thought that would be kind of fun. I don't think they bought it red. They probably bought it like white or cream or something like that, but since they're an artist, they felt like they needed some more color in their apartment, and they felt like their refrigerator was a great spot to add a bit more color. So I thought that was kind of fun. And I never add like a bright red refrigerator in any interior, and I probably won't again for a very long time, just because it's not necessarily my taste. But I think in an interior like this, it's actually really fun, and I like the like pop a bright color, and I think it's just super cute in here. Oh, and I also used these ceiling decorations that came from the industrial loft kit. You can't really see them when you're like in tab mode at sim eye level. You have to like really look up because the ceilings are so high, but I'm really happy that I remembered them because they're one of the objects that I want to use, but I just kind of forget to use them sometimes. So yeah, I thought they were perfect in here. And then over here is going to be the bathroom. The bathroom is pretty straightforward. It's just a bathroom with a shower, a tub, a sink, a toilet, and a few decorations to make it feel lived in and fully decorated. And I think it's super cute, and I'm really happy that I decided to continue with the brickwork in the bathroom too, because I almost displaced like a tile or something, but I didn't. But yeah, this is it for the apartment. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshot. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
We all strive to be more. We all long for Viva la Vida. Around the corner I'll meet ya, a bit lighter and freer. I'm so happy to see ya. Air fills up my lungs and it tickles